Reporting live, actually, the newly converted Sears Automotive Center, which has become a C virus testing facility, ran by Sparrow Labs. Yeah, just yesterday we had the governor of Michigan, Governor Gretchen Whitmer, out here, loaded up with her posse in the SUV. She got her first official testing performed here. Had a little nasal swab and whatnot. So you're going to see a whole lot more of these places popping up, just for the simple reason that there's a lot of people out there that want to be tested. Our nation has about 300 million people in it right now. And, people want to get those questions answered, have their concerns resolved. Also, just with all of the retail apocalypse type of things that's been happening, over the last couple of years, suddenly, conveniently, there's a whole lot more, empty office space and retail space. So they can do this type of thing. Of what has transpired with this pandemic has already occurred, as many of the states are starting to lift the restrictions and the bans on, safe travel and whatnot. So there's going to be now a rush to get people tested. And that's why you're going to be seeing more places like this springing up. I would surmise, going into the summer and presumably into the early fall, there's going to be a greater cry for those that have not gotten tested to actually get the test done so that you can know where you stand. Not just, as far as within your home, but within your community, within the workplace, as businesses start to reopen. Fellow employees are not going to be around or want to be around those who may be carrying it. Just heard that there's going to be, apps and volunteers that will be coming up as a digital workforce to basically try to get more testings and screenings done and encourage that to happen. So that's all I got for right now. I just wanted to give you a little look at what they've done with the place here since they changed it around. Hey out there everybody, Duran here again. I got another one off the cuff. This is kind of a follow-up to my most recent video where I was talking about the contact tracing bill that was being signed into law by Congress. Came across a couple of articles. What actually brought me to discovering this information was just watching the news, and there was a quick clip from the Michigan Health and Human Services Department, and they were talking about C virus tracing and whatnot. So after going there, it led me to another site and another site, and that's when I found that there was actually a $1 million contract that was given to Quicken Loans guy out there in Detroit. Because he has such a large call center, they're going to be able to bring in a large number of volunteers that can coordinate the effort for this contact tracing, so that a large demographic and population of Michigan can be reached by these volunteers. I think it's going to be over 4,000 of them, to ask through robocalls and other methods, if you've been tested, and the importance of that. Behind me here is the state Supreme Court, and I think it's only a matter of time before they are going to be getting things to review regarding this event that's taken place, because nothing like this has ever taken place before, at least in our country to my knowledge. And I think that there's going to be more of an outcry over just constitutional rights being, or just our legal rights being infringed upon. So, again, I'll leave these links to the articles here in the description where you can find them here. But the main headline here is that there has been a $1 million contract that's been given to Henry, for the purposes of contact tracing. Gilbert. Per this agreement that has been signed into legislation with our U.S. Congress, that H.R. Bill 6666. So very interesting stuff. There was also a consulting organization. I think their point of origin is actually in the UK, but they also have establishments here in the United States as well. And they've been tapped for spearheading the effort that'll be needed for the technology aspect of doing all of this mass canvassing across the state for the contact tracing that they want to complete here in the very near future. Very interesting development. It's really worth the read, very insightful. It just gives us more insight into how quickly this thing is progressing, because obviously there is a viral issue that's at stake. There's lives and health that is at stake. So they are definitely moving with greater vigor and enthusiasm to get the job done, at least in their eyes, thoroughly. So be watchful out there, be prayerful and vigilant. God bless y'all. This is Dron here, signing off. Peace.